Over 4 decades, air travel has experienced significant advancements in safety. Despite safety improvements, some air disasters have left indelible marks on aviation history. This segment will focus on some of the world's most devastating air accidents. In 1977, 2 Boeing 747 aircraft collided on a runway in Tenerife, Canary Islands. The collision occurred due to dense fog, severely limiting visibility on the runway. The Tenerife Airport disaster resulted in 583 fatalities, making it the deadliest aviation accident in history. American Airlines Flight 191 crashed shortly after takeoff in Chicago. In 1979, the crash of Flight 191 resulted in the loss of 273 lives. The event underscores the sudden and catastrophic nature of aviation accidents. In 1980, Saudi Flight 163 experienced a fire shortly after takeoff. The aircraft successfully landed, but delayed evacuation procedures resulted in 301 fatalities. This incident underscores the critical significance of effective emergency response protocols. Swift and well-coordinated evacuation procedures are essential for passenger safety in aviation emergencies. In 1985, Air India Flight 182 was destroyed mid-air by a bomb off the coast of Ireland. The bombing of Air India Flight 182 resulted in the deaths of 329 people. The destruction of Air India Flight 182 highlights the threat of terrorism in aviation. In 1985, Japan Airlines Flight 123 crashed into a mountain. The crash of Japan Airlines Flight 123 resulted in 520 fatalities. This incident remains the deadliest single aircraft crash in aviation history. In 1996, a mid-air collision occurred between a Saudi and a Kazakh aircraft near Charki Dadri, India. The Charki Dadri collision resulted in 349 fatalities, marking it as the deadliest mid-air collision in aviation history. The accident highlighted the critical risks associated with air traffic control errors and the importance of stringent safety protocols. In 1998, Swissair Flight 111 crashed near Nova Scotia due to an in-flight fire. The crash of Swissair Flight 111 resulted in the deaths of all 229 people on board. The Swissair Flight 111 disaster underscores the critical dangers associated with onboard fires in aviation. On September 11, 2001, 4 planes were hijacked, leading to coordinated suicide attacks on the United States. These attacks resulted in the deaths of 996 people and marked a turning point in aviation security. The events of 9/11 significantly altered aviation security protocols worldwide. In 2010, Air India Express Flight 812 overshot the runway in Mangalore. The landing incident resulted in 158 fatalities. This event underscores the inherent risks associated with landing incidents. In 2014, Malaysia Airlines Flight MH370 disappeared with 239 people on board. The disappearance of MH370 remains the greatest aviation mystery in history. The MH370 incident highlights the significant challenges inherent in large-scale search and rescue operations. Malaysia Airlines Flight MH17 was shot down over Ukraine in 2014. The downing of MH17 resulted in the deaths of 298 people. This event highlighted the extreme dangers of flying over conflict zones. The Boeing 737 MAX tragedies of 2018, 2019 involved Lion Air Flight 610 and Ethiopian Airlines Flight 302. These crashes resulted in 346 lives lost and the worldwide grounding of the aircraft. The primary cause of the accidents was identified as faulty software. In 2020, Iranian military forces mistakenly shot down Ukrainian flight PS-752. The unintentional downing of the civilian aircraft resulted in the tragic loss of 176 lives. This incident underscores the potential dangers of military actions impacting civilian aviation routes. On June 12, 2025, Air India Flight AI171, a Boeing 787, crashed shortly after takeoff. from Ahmedabad. The crash of AI171 resulted in the presumed death of 241 from total 242 passengers on board, as only one passenger could survive. This event marks the first ever fatal crash of a Boeing 787 Dreamliner. The AI171 crash is one of the worst aviation disasters in modern Indian history.